Surbhi Sharma have the honor and privilege to be the Master of Ceremony for today's convocation of Batch 2020. I, on behalf of the KCC Institute of Legal and Higher Education, wish you all a very good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are greatly honored by your presence here today. The graduating batch 2023, we are not just handing out the degrees today. We are celebrating your hard work, and today we are here to say that you did it. Let's celebrate your success. Congratulations. Now, I would like to request our Director Professor Dr. Bhavna Agarwal ma'am to kindly present a sapling to our chief guest Padma Shri Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma sir, Vice Chancellor Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. Ma'am, kindly felicitate our guest of honor IS Shri Sanjeev Mittal ji, former Additional Chief Secretary UP Government Lucknow. Now, I request ma'am to kindly present a sapling to special guest Shri R.K. Rai sir, Additional Development Commissioner, Government of India, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. I request madam to kindly felicitate our next guest, Honorable Justice Ravindra Singh, former Judge, Allahabad High Court. Mr. Pradeep Bagchi, Senior Advisor and Professor, National Council of Applied Economics and Research. To CA Pawan Rastogi, Director, KPMC Consultancy Private Limited. To Mr. Atul Tripathi, Principal Data Scientist, Cyber Security, Tech Mahindra. To Mr. Biswajit Bhattacharya, Lead Client Partner, Automotive Industry Leader, India South Asia, IBM India Private Limited. To Dr. Navneet Anand, Founder and Director, Grey Matters Communication. Dr. Durgesh Tripathi, Professor USMC, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. To Dr. Neelam Tyagi, Professor, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. To Mr. Rajat Vardhan, Co-Founder and CEO, Agronext. I request our director to kindly escort our guest to light the ceremonial lamp to mark the inauguration of the convocation. I now request Professor Dr. Bhavna Agarwal, Director of KCC Institute of Legal and Higher Education, to come to the dais to deliver the welcome address.
So Batch 2020, the very first evidence of the worldwide change. The very first batch who is the evidence of offline versus online, and evidence of COVID-19. How could I start without appreciating your efforts, your courage, and a big appreciation to the parents that in spite of a scary environment supported their wards to fly for their dreams. I remember the online orientation, the online blessings and wishes of Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Academic Council. Dear Batch 2020, you all are the most memorable batch, and for this day, the whole Academic Council, the most valuable guest on the dais, and the Vice Chancellor Sir are here to shower the blessings. With this, I welcome you all at KCC Institute of Legal and Higher Education to celebrate the achievements of our graduating students. Our heartfelt welcome and congratulations to all the graduates of 2020 batch on their success. I, on behalf of KCC Institute, welcome Padma Shri Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma, Vice Chancellor, GGS IP University. Sir, we are privileged that despite of your other engagements, you have given consent to be with us. Sir, your gracious presence has added a special aura to the event. We are delighted to have the kind presence of Shri Sanjeev Mittal ji, IAS, former Additional Chief Secretary, UP Government, Lucknow. Sir, thank you so much for sparing time for today's event. I welcome Shri R.K. Rai sir, Additional Development Commissioner, Government of India, MSME, for being with us today to bless our students for their future endeavors. I welcome Justice Ravinder Singh ji, former Justice Allahabad High Court, for gracing the convocation. I extend my hearty welcome to the most honorable and learned members of our academic council who are here to bless our students for their bright future. I offer my warmest congratulations to our graduate students and their parents. Last but not least, I would like to welcome all media persons and other guests. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving further, now I invite Dr. Sunita Singhal, Head, School of Management, to deliver the academic progress report.
Good morning, all the dignitaries on and off the dais. It's my privilege to share progress report. KCC Institute of Legal and Higher Education is A+ graded premier institute affiliated by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, built on a sprawling 40-acre campus in Greater Noida. The institute is a hub for learning and leadership that has set the highest standards in post-secondary education. When ranked and assessed on infrastructure, KCC is second to none. With a total intake of 690 students, KCC ILHE offers BBA, BCA, BAJMC, BCom Honors, BBA LLB Honors, and BA LLB Honors programs. Institute aims to offer an environment for holistic development of the students, and it has a very long industry academia connection. Till now, more than 300 speakers from the industry and institute of repute have visited the campus for the interaction with our students. To make students, faculty research-oriented, the institute organizes seminars and conferences. So far, we have conducted 23 conferences, and we feel proud to share that we got seminar grants from ICSSR and GGSIP University. Institute also has its journals, annual magazines, and newsletters. The institute believes in skill updates for all its stakeholders, and as part of it, we have conducted 11 FDPs and 7 refresher courses till now. KCC ILHE has 11 student society where both students and faculty actively utilize their platform to showcase their talents. Placement cell of the institute offers ample assistance and opportunities for internship and final placement. Our pass-out students are working with renowned organizations like HCL, Concentrix, Just Dial, Amazon, Times Group, The Hindu, Vistara, Indigo, PhysicsWallah, Scalar, Accenture, IntelliPart, Radiant, Policy Bazaar, Thomas Cook, India News, etc. Here we would like to mark a special thanks to GGSIP University for supporting in placements of our students. GGSIP University has a strong placement cell that provides comprehensive support and hand-holding to our students. Institute is in process of registration of Section 8 company for incubation cell to speed up the activities related to entrepreneurship. We are fortunate to have unconditional support of the management and guidance of the academic council, which have contributed immensely during the year in taking us higher. We expect the same level of guidance and assistance in the coming years as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I have the honor to introduce our special guest, Shri R.K. Rai sir, Additional Development Commissioner, Government of India, MSME. He is a distinguished mechanical engineer with a postgraduate degree from IIT Roorkee. After joining the Ministry of MSME in 1993, Mr. Rai has gained extensive experience served Indian industries at state and central levels, including the Ministry of Power. He has represented India internationally and has been instrumental in skill development, international cooperation, and project management. Mr. Rai has been key in designing and implementing various schemes and public policy, including the Technology Center System Program and the Micro and Small Enterprise Cluster Development Program. He has also served as Secretary of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, focusing on energy conservation, as the Additional Development Commissioner in the Ministry of MSME. He leads the establishment of 20 technology centers and 100 extension centers across India. Please join me in welcoming Shri R.K. Rai sir, a visionary leader and a driving force in India's industrial development.
Good morning. Honorable VC sir, Dr. Verma, respected Mittal sir, former ACS Government of UP, Dr. Bhavna, esteemed guests, dignitaries of the dais, my dear friends, faculty members from the institute, and the passing out students. First of all, let me compliment the students who are passing out, completing their first inning of life, I should say, and moving to the second inning. I will not discourage you, but I will just give a few caution words. When you move to the second inning, I will like to give you two areas where I see you to excel in the coming years from our previous experience, whether serving in the ministry or while working with the industries or the faculties in the various fields. You are one of the, I should say, the 68% of the population of India, which is in the age group of 15 to 64. And just behind you is the 26% population, which is 10 to 24 year of age. And to say you, we are the youngest country in the world. But can we use this dividend with the formal education that you are just moving ahead and passing out today? Yes, formal education is just like a foundation, एक मकान की नींव, where you can have the base, you can have the structure. But if you see the modern houses or the houses that we build today, it's not only the structure. We have to make it habitable, we have to make it livable. And here, just to say that skill plays very, very important role, skilling and reskilling. You have to develop your skills. Just a degree may not make you industry ready. We are ready from the industry also, they are CEOs also sitting with us. So they will agree with me that just a degree may not make you ready to move to the next level, serve to the industry on the very next day. You have to learn, you have to relearn, you have to do the skilling, you have to do the reskilling. This is the area where I work. I manage a team of, you can say, a group of 18 technology centers across the country. In 15, government thought that we should have 15 more technology centers. I will say that why they are important. We also work with the industry and our students. Even we have the students who have passed out from the IITs after their graduation, or the students who have done the diploma or ITI. They work with us in various assignments, including a small tool needed by a small scale industry, 2 components which has been used in the Chandrayaan and the Mars mission and lunar missile also. Those students work on those tools and jigs, and I'm happy to share with you that each and every students have got 200% placement once they complete a skilling course of 6 months or year just after their graduation. Even from IIT also, we have the students from IIT also, and understanding the need of that skilling, government thought let's have 15 more technology centers. Till 22 we have 33, and now the assignment which has been given to me at the field that we are working with the private sector, because it's not only up to the government. We are working with the private sector to establish technology centers and extension centers only for the purpose of skilling and reskilling to our youth. We have got the proposal even from IITs also. IIT Dhanbad has submitted a proposal to us to establish a skilling center. I'm just emphasizing the need, that what is the need of skilling to make you adaptable. Suppose we also have the graduate from the computer science. You are there, you may be having expertise in the coding, but industry is changing fast. Tomorrow you may be needing, the requirement may be in the data analysis, data automation. So you should have the skill or reskill yourself to move in that line. So my just one advice to you, first advice, to do the skilling and reskilling. A lot of online courses or even the institutes are there who are offering the courses, such courses. I'm sure the KCC must be having those type of programs, and they must be having the third year, second year courses, which is usually earlier happened to be in the form of internship, but most of the institute have now started doing the skilling and reskilling during this summer time. This is about if you go for a job. But my advice from the industry perspective, from the ministry perspective, that don't be a job seeker, be a job giver, job provider. This is the thing which Honorable PM said in the last 15th August, that we expect our youth to be a job giver instead of job seeker. The startup ecosystem. I would like to share a few statistics which have been given to me by the startup division in the ministry. That we started with few startup, maybe 10, 20, 15 in 2014, and now India today in 2023 or 24 figure yet to come, we are the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. We have crossed the UK, just behind the US and China. We have right now 68,000 startups with collectively raising the funding of 140 billion. And the way we are moving, we are sure that by 2030, we are going to have a 1.8 lakh startups with an investment of 1.5 billion USD. I said that we are the largest third ecosystem in the world. We have 68,000 and 110 startups are unicorns. And we are expecting to have more than 280 unicorns by 2030. What have been the basic reason for such ecosystem in the country? The first have been the availability of venture capital. I have attended in the last 3-4 years around 15-16 raising the fundraising pitches, and I am sure that all the students who have raised the startup proposal, because fund is enough in the country, there are a lot of hundreds of fundraising agencies. Fund is enough. That is not though. We are enough to have enough venture capitalists in the country. Growing pool of talents like you. There is from IT perspective or from design perspective or critical thinking, India is the largest pool of the mind in the world itself. Demand for technology-based product. With the increasing, we are just discussing prior to coming to here about hospitals, sir. There is the innovation, the startups there is startup who is collecting the requirement of the hospitals from the Europe. This is just a platform, a software based, and they are providing to industries. So on the healthcare sector, on the environment sector, a lot of startups are coming up, and we are there. I am adding ourselves. We are the last one to say that government supportive programs are there. We have a startup ecosystem. In case if you are there on the GEM, you need not to meet any requirement of the tender. There you have been given all, whether it is turnover criteria or the last work criteria. You can just bid for any government procurement. So startups have been given that support from the government side because the funding is already there in the market. A lot of ministry have their scheme to support the incubation. In my previous assignment in the Ministry of Finance just today, sir, we used to have a scheme where if there is a startup who has some already incubated through any scheme, we provide 50,000 USD to set up 3 innovative demonstration projects, because through this demonstration project, he can show to that funding agency that yes, it is a successful model. So 50,000 USD means today's time it's around 40 lakh rupees without any condition that it has to be spent on the raw material or machinery or expert, or it is total up to you. There is a committee headed by a professor from IIT Delhi and two industries who will take a decision whether the fund is going to be spent. I am seeing the same trend in the coming year. The reason being, just to encourage you to go to the startup ecosystem, in the increased investment in the deep tech area. 10 years back, we were discussing about automation, all these things. Today, we are discussing about artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain. All these are bringing hundreds of startups every day in the country. Growth of tier 2, tier 3 city. Earlier, the startup ecosystem happened to only in Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, all these places. But now the investors are very much interested to support the startups in the tier 2, tier 3 city. We have got a very good startup from Meerut, last week, sir, in the medical electronics. They are doing a lot of work, and they have got enough funding from that side. Focus on social impact. I just shared about the healthcare. Apart from that, there is education, financial inclusion, social and environment, and increased focus on sustainability. During my previous assignment at BE, sir, we had established, government has come up with the concept of national carbon market. Earlier, what happens that the carbon credit which we used to save, the foreigners come and they buy the carbon credit. Now government has come that no carbon credit will be sold outside India. It has to be sold only in India, and for that BE is coming with the market. So last 6 months, I have got around 8 or 9 startups who have come in the area of carbon market development, because that is going to be a big area, means $1 billion area in India itself. So sky is open. You have the mindset. You have government support is there. Organizations are there. KCC like institutes are there who are to support you. And my best wishes always with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I have the honor to introduce guest of honor, IAS Shri Sanjeev Mittal ji, former Additional Chief Secretary, UP Government, Lucknow. He is a distinguished IAS officer of the 1987 batch from the Uttar Pradesh cadre. He brings nearly 36 years of exemplary service to the government of Uttar Pradesh and the government of India. Throughout his illustrious career, Mr. Mittal has held significant positions including District Magistrate, Vice Chairman of Development Authority, Divisional Commissioner, Cane and Sugar Commissioner, Secretary, Principal Secretary, Additional Chief Secretary, Infrastructure and Industrial Development Commissioner, Chairman of the State Vigilance Commission and Chairman of the Board of Revenue in Uttar Pradesh. At the national level, he served as Joint Secretary, contributing to impactful policy formulation and implementation. Mr. Mittal's academic background includes a BTech in Electrical Engineering from IIT Delhi and an MBA, equipping him with strong technical and managerial skills. His commitment to public service, leadership in fostering transparency, and dedication to driving development have earned him respect and recognition. Mr. Mittal's work has left a significant and lasting impact on the regions and sectors he has served, making him a prominent figure in Indian administration. Now, I would like to request Shri Sanjeev Mittal ji to kindly enlighten us with some words of wisdom.
Professor Mahesh Verma ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the IP University of Delhi, Shri R.K. Rai, Madam Bhavna Agarwal, esteemed guests and dear students, and also the senior faculty members. First of all, at the outset, I would like to congratulate all the pass outs of this prestigious institution and obtaining their first degree after school. I would like to emphasize the word first degree. This first word is very important, because this is not going to be your last degree. Now onwards, as told by Mr. Rai, most of you will equip yourself more, skill yourself, have further studies. Some may go for jobs and then later for further academics. That's the way today the world is. You should not think that whatever you had to do in the field of academics, you have done. A basic graduation degree only equips you to land up in a job, or makes you eligible for further academics. Today the world is gone way ahead. This is the era of specialization and super specialization. So my dear students, my dear pass outs, graduates, I should not use the word students now. Please aim for something higher than what you have achieved so far. Never underestimate yourself. This is the basic and cardinal principle. You should always think that you are amongst the best of the lot, and you can do, if there is a will, there is a way. There's an old saying. So, whether somebody is passed out from this college, that college, I would not like to name the prestigious institutions. You should never underestimate yourself. You can be amongst the best. Just to quote a small example, not a small example, a very big example in fact. Today the CEO of Microsoft in the US is not a IIT or a IIM graduate. He is one of the graduates from passed out from India. And with his sheer willpower and his hard work, he has risen to that level. So in 20 years, 30 years from now, I can also see one of you being a CEO of a big national company or a multinational company. So please don't underestimate yourself. You are one of the best people who have passed out, and with your hard work, you can scale even higher in your career. Whatever you've achieved so far is very commendable, and for that you should be grateful to your family, your parents, your siblings, and not to miss out the teachers of your schools. They are equal partners of what you have achieved so far. Without their efforts and your hard work, you wouldn't be here, whatever you've done so far. Just to give you a kind of a scenario, today in management institutions, if you see, more than 50% of the intake, the students who join prestigious management institutions, are people who have already worked in the industry. This is another development which is taking place, and it's a good development, because if you have some work experience, you can study management in a more purposeful manner. You can appreciate their basic concepts, their hypothesis, and correlate with what you have learned on the job. So, I would see some of you going into industry, some of you going into academics, and as just now explained by Mr. Rai, our Additional Development Commissioner in the MSME, that we have a buzzing and a very robust startup ecosystem in our country. Nowadays, funding for startups, there is no shortage. If you have the concepts, if you have the will, if you have a good team to lead, then startups will not face what, say, 5 years back was a big funding problem. There are people to guide you, there are people to handhold you, and above all, people to fund you to the fullest. And I see in the next 5-10 years, India having much more number of unicorns than what probably one is thinking as of now. So, once again, congratulations. And I would say that I'm sure sky is the limit for you all. So, be focused in your careers, and my good wishes to all of you. Thank you very much.
so much, sir. Now, I would like to introduce our chief guest, Padma Shri Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma, sir, Vice Chancellor, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma is the Vice Chancellor of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University and Delhi Pharmaceutical Science and Research University in New Delhi. With an illustrious career spanning several decades, he is a recipient of some of the most prestigious awards in the country, including the Padma Shri, Dr. B.C. Roy Award, and the National Science and Technology Award, all conferred by the President of India. Professor Verma's academic credentials are exceptional, with degrees in BDS, MDS, MBA, and multiple fellowships from renowned institutions including the Royal Colleges of Surgeons in England, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. He is also a distinguished research scholar with 2 PhDs and an honorary DSc. Beyond his academic achievements, Professor Verma has held numerous leadership roles. He is the chairman of the National Accreditation Board of Hospitals and Healthcare Providers. His past role includes serving as Dean of Maulana Azad Institute of Dental Sciences, President of several national and international dental associations, and Honorary Colonel in Armed Forces. Professor Verma's contribution to dentistry and public health have been globally recognized, earning him numerous national and international awards. His work in the development of dental implant as well as his leadership in healthcare accreditation and education has made a profound impact on the medical and dental communities. Please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma, sir, a visionary leader and a pillar of excellence in healthcare and education.
Sanjeev Mittal, IAS, former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Shri R.K. Rai ji, Additional Development Commissioner, Ministry of MSME, Government of India. Justice Ravindra Singh, former Justice of Allahabad High Court. My dear Professor Dr. Bhavna Agarwal, Director of KCC. I see very esteemed members of the Academic Council seated in the first row in this auditorium, a couple of faculty, staff of KCC, my dear graduating students. I see some of the parents sitting in the back rows, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me, it's an absolute pleasure, a joy and immense delight for me to be here amongst you at the occasion of the third convocation of KCC, one of our affiliating institutions, as a Vice Chancellor. And every time I come here, this is, I think, my third visit also to the institution. Every time I come here, I find added infrastructure, I find better ambience. So that is the spirit which is expected from a star college like KCC. I know all of you are sitting very quiet and very patient. They're just waiting for their degrees, and they are truly not interested in big speeches. And दीक्षांत समारोह जो है वो जब तक कंप्लीट नहीं होता, जब तक दीक्षा जो है वो ना दी जाए. और एज अ वाइस चांसलर आई कैन नॉट जस्ट गेट अवे without formally speaking to you. So truly very it's very heartening that we all gather today, your academic council, all the dignitaries here, for this momentous occasion, which is a big day in everybody's life. I remember my graduation. Of course, we never had any such formal gatherings like we have today. We have with a lot of fun and frolic. We studied in government colleges and government schools. We were just given a degree by a clerk. But I really envy you that. But I think it's a big day, not only for yourself, for all your mentors, all your teachers, your parents, everybody, peers, and your friends, everybody. And convocations or graduation ceremonies are not just mundane affairs, mundane ceremonies. These are actually a reflection of vibrant celebrations of achievements, moments of reflection, and a deep pride. Today, as Mittal Saab was telling you, that CEO of Microsoft is one of you. He's one of you who has graduated maybe a couple of decades back, and all of you have that potential to be one of him. And occupying any position all over the world. So today we are all gathered here to celebrate your success, share your happiness, and look forward to great anticipation of incredible journey, we are very sure, which is lying in front of you. Let's take a moment today to acknowledge your parents, your faculty, your teachers, your friends, your peers, and all the well-wishers, because there are many who go unsung, everybody, there may be someone, howsoever insignificant, who is also contributed in your progress. So all those, because they had that unwavering belief in your potential, and all the relentless efforts they have put in to bring you here, whatever today you are. And today is the milestone where you have reached all through your journey. So they are truly the pillars that have supported your dreams. So they are the ones who also need to be applauded, need to be congratulated for bringing you here. Education you received here at KCC, your alma mater, is equipped with knowledge and skills and attitude, because knowledge is the education is knowledge, skill, and attitude. So knowledge and skilling, as Mr. Rai was emphasizing, and attitude, because when you are in an institution, you learn many things informally. Why? Because that's needed today to excel. And you all should take pride, because you're graduating from one of the IP University's branded colleges, true to its name and spirit, KCC. And I will tell you why I'm saying that it's a branded college in the name and spirit. The name KCC, what does it stand for? K stands for knowledge, C stands for competence, and another C stands for capability champion. So you are truly the blessed ones. And with all this, you're moving forward. You're moving forward with the spirit of KCC. And what is that spirit? As I said, that is blessed in name and spirit. What is the spirit of KCC? The spirit of KCC, K stands for kindness, your compassion. C stands for compassion, and another C stands for confidence. So as I said, that there is a formal education and there is the informal education which you have gathered here, and this spirit which has KCC has instilled in you, the name education which KCC has instilled in you will take you very far. So today, as you embark on your professional journey, remember that education empowers you not just to excel in your careers, but also contribute to a very equitable and a just society, because we are all part of that society, that community. So use your knowledge not just to add to your skills, but also to create a positive change all around. We want, because the charity begins at home. Each one of us have to think of that. But the world you enter is filled with both challenges and opportunities. As Mittal Saab was telling you, that there is so many more opportunities today as compared to yesteryears. So explore the unknown, embrace the unknown, be bold in your aspirations. Think big and think beyond. Why not? Isn't it? Unless you think, it will not happen. Do not shy away from new ideas, innovative approaches. Incubate them. That's what Raisa was telling you, that you got to incubate, you got to generate, incubate, and nurture all those new ideas. You know, the poet Robert Frost wrote, and I quote, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." Embrace the unknown, because he tried a path which was not tried by somebody else. So try things, innovate things which has not been tried before. Remember, the future belongs to those who dare to dream big and work tirelessly to make it happen. Because you may have a dream. You know, they say that the dreams come true provided you work for it. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मंजिल सिर्फ एक कदम दूर होती है और मगर हम पहले ही हार मान लेते हैं। ऐसी परिस्थिति में प्रेरित रहना, हौसला बनाए रखना और हिम्मत ना हारना ये बहुत जरूरी है। ये सबकी जिंदगी में आता है। सक्सेस इज नॉट समथिंग विच हैपन एवरी डे। यू लर्न फ्रॉम योर फेलियर्स, एंड इफ यू नॉट लर्न फ्रॉम फेलियर्स, आई एम श्योर यू आर फार अवे फ्रॉम that success. So today's world is so much different from yesteryear, and we all realize that. You know, when I studied in a gaon village which had an open air school, they had no building. We used to sit in the shade of a tree and study. And today, when I see, the part of as a vice chancellor, I get to go to see different colleges, including branded college like KCC. You know, I really envy that how things have changed over the years. And but, you know, also, if things have changed, the possibilities have increased. There are endless opportunities today, and these possibilities is going to be magnified. They're going to be multiple times in times to come. All of you will make the Viksit Bharat happen. Only you will make it happen. We will all be dead and gone by that time, isn't it? All of you will make it happen. So there are a lot of opportunities on your way, galore of opportunities. And I always say that the day you are graduating, as Mr. Mittal sir was saying, that today it's your first degree and you are on a runway like a plane, and it's up to you how far you want to go and what direction you want to take, because you want to zoom off, and it's up to you. Where do you want to do? How do you want to do? So don't ever undermine that it is not within you. And that also Mr. Mittal said. You all, each one of you, have that potential, that latent, that hidden potential which is there inside. All you got to do it, Jagrit karo, discover it, find it, tap it, create it, you know. And I assure you that the success you will get in coming times will be very astounding. Even you yourself will get surprised that how it has happened. I never expected that I will reach that far. So all you have to do is to aspire big, dream big, and think big. But lakir ka fakir nahi banna. As I said, think out of box. Think unconventional. You know, don't akla chalo re. Don't go where everybody goes. Don't follow the crowd. And well, you are already a winner. I know you are going to be a bigger winner. Already a winner. Why you are a winner? Because you joined KCC. And the very fact that you are here is a winner. So once you are a winner, there is no looking back. All you got to go from here is higher and higher. And but remember, all you got to do is you have to do everything you do has to be with excellence. Excellence is a buzzword today. Whatever you do, and that's what I really like about KCC. Whatever they do it in style. So howsoever small thing you may be doing, but it has to be with excellence. And it's only the excellence which makes ordinary into extraordinary. How do you become extraordinary? Because you have that eye for going beyond, doing things which is different. And because you are young. And when you are young, as I said that when we were young, when you are young, you have a lot of creativity, you have a passion, you have innovation, you have a problem solving and risk-taking entrepreneurship. That can only happen when you are young. So you have all the potential, and our nation is young, and that's why we feel that in coming times, in a couple of decades, we would be one of the biggest powers in the world. So you all will be part of that India success stories. Future is bright, and you have the flame inside. All you got to do is ignite it and flame it, ignite that flame and be passionate. No doubt, world is very competitive. Nothing, you don't get anything in a platter. Today, it's so competitive. So there's a cutthroat competition all around, isn't it? So what makes you great is not what you do, but how do you do? How you do it. It's not that what you do, but how you do it. And that's what I said. Excellence. You should have a plan B for everything. That if I fail this way, what am I going to do? So no run-of-the-mill approach. And please, my only request is please maintain the pride of KCC and pride of IP University from where you're graduating. I know people pass out and forget. Keep that flag high, that you are, keep united. They say that umbilical cord is taken away when the child is born, but it's never forgotten. So that umbilical cord you got to maintain with your alma mater and your university. I know that your degree is just a piece of paper. वो वसीम बरेलवी साहब की एक बहुत फेमस एक कोट है कि डिग्रियां तो तालीम के खर्चे की रसीदें हैं, इल्म तो वही है जो इंसान के किरदार में झलकता है. So this degree is only a confidence for you. Only you're just carrying it under your arm. You're truly not going to utilize it. All you do is how you behave, how you deal, how you decide, all those things. That is what will take you far. As you go on this journey, remember 3 powerful forces, which each one of you I expect to have. Those are 3 forces. Powerful forces are Josh, Zanoon, and Jazba. And I'll tell you what is that. The Josh, your enthu, your zeal, your fuel. Because once you don't have a Josh, you're almost gone, isn't it? You have to have that fuel, that passion, which will drive you to embrace challenges. Unless you have that Josh, you cannot face the challenge. So how's the Josh? Hey, good. That's what I like. The another one is Zanoon. Zanoon is your unwavering passion, which keeps you committed. You are focused because you have that Zanoon. So that intense drive which sets apart those who achieve greatness from those who only dream of. So if you have a Zanoon, you're surely going to win. And the third one is your Jazba, your dedication, which will anchor you during difficult times. Because, everybody has highs and lows in life. You always go up, and then there are moments which is where, you have to have that Jazba. So harness these qualities as you venture into this world. The world awaits the change makers, innovators, and leaders you are destined to become. So we are waiting. The world is waiting for guys like you, because you're going to be innovators, you're going to be change makers, and you're going to be leaders, prospective leaders. There will be surely challenges. I know life is not a bed of roses. And जिगर मुरादाबादी जी ने कहा था, जो तूफानों में पलते जा रहे हैं वही दुनिया बदलते जा रही है. So we all expect that to happen. So the seeds of your brilliance is sown here at KCC. I am very sure that the plant which will nurture from these seeds shall be healthy and shall provide succor, nourishment to all the people around. So your time starts now. Go, leave the mark. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Now, I will call students by their names to kindly come upon the stage to get their degrees. Abhishek Singh, Aditya Agarwal, Aditya Chauhan, Akshat Mishra, Aman Gupta, Aman Ray, Anhat Kaur Sethi, Arpit Gupta, Chetan, Deepa Verma, Dev, Gaurav Pal, Gaurav Sehgal, Harsh Bharadwaj, Ikra Khan, Jatin Pawar, Karthik, Kushal Gautam, Krishna Singh, Kulsum Mehta, Fatima, Lavkesh Chaudhary, Madhav, Mohammad Abid Khan, Monica Kohli, Mukul Jain, Pallavi Kumari, Pooja Jain, Prabhanshu Sharma, Prasoon Gupta, Rachit Jain, रचना गुप्ता, रक्षिका सिंह, रणधीर, राशि गुप्ता, रोहित नेगी, ऋषभ अग्रवाल, रिया दीक्षित, साहिल शर्मा, सलोनी, संस्कार, सीमा रावत, श्रेया गुप्ता, श्रुति सिन्हा, उदित प्रताप सिंह, इरम, तान्या चौधरी, आस्था सिंह, आकृत, अमूल्य, अनन्या त्यागी, अंकुश कुमार, अनुप्रिया, अनुष्का, अरिफा, चंचल चौहान, इरम, गीता कुमारी, गीतांशु गुप्ता, हिमांशु सिंह, हितांशी वर्मा, कृष्णा, कुशा, कुशाग पृष्ठ, मनीषा चौरसिया, मेघा कश्यप, मोहम्मद अलियान सिद्दीकी, निकिता गुप्ता, प्रखर सक्सेना, रिंकी शर्मा, साक्षी कुमारी, समीर चतुर्वेदी, समीर नागर, शाशिन, शाश्वत, शिवांश सिंह, श्रेयांश पाठक, श्रेयांश सिंह सोलंकी, शुभम शर्मा, उत्कर्ष शर्मा, वंश, विरोनिका शर्मा, विवेक चौहान, शादाब, Adarsh Kumar, Ishan Vadwa, Pranshu Pant, Shashi Kumar Singh, Shubham Upadhyay, Adarsh Maurya, Ananya Sharma, Ayan Khan, Devansh Pandey, Himanshu Mishra, Kanishka, Karishma Singh, Kishan Kumar Singh Chauhan, Nitin Rawat, Prashant Kumar, Ronak Singh, Sajal, Vishesh, Abhishek Kumar Singh, Dipanshi Tomar, Ashley Steve, I, Surbhi Sharma, Master of this ceremony, on behalf of KCC Institute of Legal and Higher Education and the entire fraternity of this institution, extend my sincere thanks to the Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. On behalf of our institute, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our dignitaries who spared time from their busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Our sincere gratitude goes to all parents and students for their presence and support. Thank you so much for attending this event.